Hello guys, NautoAce here. This is gonna be now part 2 on my thoughts on the Dragon Ball franchise. So the previous episode I have talked about the Dragon Ball to catch that 7 ball with Kid Goku, Young Krillin, and then to Dragon Ball Z when it's more about fighting and had a better storyline, kind of, but that's funny. So, the next one I'm going to talk about, and I did mention it before, is the black sheep of the Dragon Ball series. And that is Dragon Ball GT. GT stands for Great Bout. Well, it's supposed to be Great Bout because it's supposed to be a much more stronger enemy than the one in the Z series. So, it's supposed to take place 8 years after the 10-year arc. That's supposed to be. And a little bit of a spoiler here. So if you have not watched Dragon Ball Z, its original, or you're watching Kai, sorry, it's going to be spoiler here. But the series is over. So here we go. If not, you can just skip this. Maybe 5 minutes. From this, 5 to 10 minutes, I'll see. So, at the end of the 10-year arc, you see Goku basically fought Oob, and then he said, I need a new champion of Earth, or defender of Earth, and they went to Kami's place. So now we go to GT, that's where it starts, the premises. Goku is now training Oob, now it's a little bit older, to be the next, well, again, the protector of Earth. And in the beginning, you see 3 characters from Dragon Ball that made a comeback, and those are Emperor Pilaf, Shu, and Mai. In this one, they're very, very old. They're like, even Mai, she's like a granny. You still want to have a grudge with Goku. And apparently, somewhere there was that in the Watch Out Tower, they not only Dragon Ball, they're supposedly called the Black Star Dragon Ball. The red orbs with Black Star. Apparently, they're evil Dragon Balls. And apparently Pilaf knew about this and decided to use them, and then he basically accidentally wished Goku, oh, I wish Goku you were a kid. Once again, I used to remember you'd be a kid. I wish you were a kid again. Then Goku ends up being a kid. Yes. Why is that? Well, and again, I said this before, they somehow the market believe they need to have some sort of a kid Goku design. Well, you can't have Goten because Goten now is old. He's a teenager. So they decided to make Goku a kid again, which is okay, because he was cute. The reason why Goten in the Buu series looks like Goku because they needed a kid Goku. So that's Goten. Kind of worked. This one, I think it was just dumb, but I don't know. So that's basically the premise, is that the version, the bad guy wears the Black Star Dragon Ball, excuse me. And the consequence to this one is Dragon Ball basically just goes to different part of the Earth. The Black Star, apparently the different part of the universe. So this is what the first arc is. And that is, we gotta build a spaceship and they gotta go to different planet to find the Black Star Dragon Ball. Not really that good, to tell the truth. The American version even was worse. Trying to make it too serious, because it wasn't really meant to be that serious, but they made it too serious with the music, the songs, the lines. But even the Japanese version wasn't really that good either. The theme song story wasn't really that good. The music, the sound, or the music, the lines, whatever. Well, again, back into the 10-year arc, you can introduce Han, which is Gohan and Vidal's daughter. Now, same deal, now she's a bit older, and her favorite grandpa is Goku. Well, you know, kind of makes sense. So he is a grandpa, but I'll explain it later, because after this, there'll be another part that kind of revived the interest of Dragon Ball. I'll explain it later, but for now, go back to GT. The story, like the first arc, was kind of dumb. They They bought it. They basically did the first arc. Basically, it's get Goku, Trunks, and Pen. Why Trunks? Because Trunks is sort of the popular character because he was popular in the Cell arc. So why not in the Black Star arc, Dragon Ball arc? There you go. So you got those three up, and during an adventure, and they went to an adventure. That's really it. They was focused on those three all the time. And the thing is that the funny thing is that they're trying to basically emulate Dragon Ball to find all those 7 Black Star Dragon Ball. So there you go. Story wasn't really that good. It was like, okay, so that's basically the first arc. And of course, kind of figure it out. They did manage to get all 7 of them. Because there's sort of a plot twist. One of the planet basically you meet a bad guy that's going to be on the second arc. So I'll explain that later. But before that, I want to explain the backstory of Dragon Ball GT. So you might say, why am I harping on it? Why am I talking negative about it? And the reason is, of course, the story's not good, the premise is not good. And most of all is, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, has nothing to do with it. Excuse me. Yes, it's not part of it. There was a story that after the Blue arc, he asked him to do more Dragon Ball because it's a popular series. Akira said, I'm tired, I need a break, I cannot be doing this. So what he basically said, you want to do it? Fine, you have my permission, leave me out of it. And then there you go. So Toei decided to do an anime exclusive Dragon Ball GT. Yes, there's an anime exclusive. There's no manga for this one. You kind of know what is there, the problem there. You don't have the creator or the mangaka to do your story. Like, he's not even doing anything about it. You just, hey, no, do whatever, figure out your own story, whatever, there you go. Again, you know, they hire people that can emulate Akira drawing, there you go. And so the another question is, so is this really part of the Dragon Ball universe? Is this really actually takes place after Dragon Ball Z? And I think Toriyama basically, he's the creator, and he can say that and he kind of get away with it, is he said, to some extent, yes, it is part of the Dragon Ball universe, but kind of like Future Trunks in a different timeline, GT takes place in an alternate timeline. A timeline where a lot of retcon, and I'll explain that very later, about a lot of things that was retcon. So, again, it is an alternate timeline to Dragon Ball Z. So you kind of get away with it. It is still part of the universe, but in a different timeline. Sort of a, yeah, I can't really say different universe, but I'll explain that later also. So there you go. It's an alternate timeline. Akira Toriyama did say it was a fact. So it is a timeline where Goku has different powers than in Dragon Ball, the actual Dragon Ball universe. So moving there, again, like there was a bad guy they introduced. I think his name is Dr. Mew, and he created a artificial intelligent Topple named Baby, and that's the bad guy, the Baby arc. And what it is apparently both, again, I'm not really sure who is correct, but apparently both me, Dr. Mew, and Baby used to be like Topple, and somehow they're like a rival race to the Saiyans. The Saiyans were about power, being warriors. The Topple are about strategy and tactician. But apparently in the end of there was a rivalry clash. The Topple lost, all the race were died, and Dr. Mew was the last one, but he basically enhanced himself into some sort of cyborg, and the same goes with Baby. So that's what the second arc is. It's about Baby. What happened is he has the power to go to people's body via wound. You're wounded, your cuts are open, he's able to go in. He managed to be able to go into Trunks. Trunks didn't know about it. I think, yeah, Trunks was able to get rid of him, but I think part of it was in the ship. Managed to go to Earth, and then of course he infected Gohan, Goten, even to some extent Vegeta, and then he ended up creating a new planet called Planet Topple, thanks to the Black Star Dragon Ball. And again, sad part is, again, this one, that it took a while for the trio to get it. Now, just with a snap of a finger, they're gone again. And the consequence for not getting all 7 gathered the Black Dragon Ball within a year is Earth's destruction. Again, that's what the story is in that one is. It's basically wish for the Black Star, they can't get it anymore, you have no resource. Everybody being infected, you trying to be Topple, and Topple's inside in Vegeta. That's basically it. And of course, at the same time, Goku was about to get killed when he's trying to fight Topple. He's trying to Super Saiyan 3 as a kid. Apparently it doesn't even work because he doesn't have enough stamina because he's a kid. To a point that he ended to a different dimension, and then he ended up to not King Kai, Supreme Kai's planet to basically sort of train him, or basically to unlock a new power. And this new power basically is called Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, so since Goku can't be Super Saiyan 3 with a kid, can't do it for long, he adopted new power called Super Saiyan 4. Basically, instead of blonde hair, he becomes like more of an ape, more hair, ape type, he has a hairy body. So again, supposed to be stronger than Super Saiyan 3. Again, like I said, in an alternate timeline, he used that power to stop Baby. And of course he managed to do it. And of course he did some other things they showed, such as he turns into a gold giant monkey or Zaru, a Super Saiyan or Zaru, but then because of that, then after that, that became a Super Saiyan 4. So of course he managed to defeat Baby, there you go, but then of course, by the time he defeated Baby, the Earth was about to explode. So Vegeta basically said, bring everyone from Earth to the planet Top for a while, and then use the Dragon Ball, the real one, to basically wish the Earth back. And of course, some little like happening event like Piccolo, because he couldn't really pick everyone else, so there's like you have to leave someone behind. Piccolo sacrificed himself. There you go. And then now we're gonna have to move on to the third one. It's called Super 17 Arc. So this is for the fans for Super 17, but sadly to say, it's a lot of hobaba. Why did I say that? Because in the Blue Arc, a lot of people say, what happened to Super 17? Apparently, I kind of missed it when I was watching the Toonami version. Maybe the Dragon Ball Z Kai version, maybe. But in the Blue Arc, they actually showed 17. Apparently he was in the forest, he's a forest ranger protecting the animal. And apparently he was also in the manga, so, you know, helping Goku give some energy. That was the only time it's a cameo. Apparently, supposedly in this one's premise is he got tired of being a forest ranger, decided to make rogue again, he went back to his old ways. And then he tried to persuade Android 18, of course that didn't happen. And then of course he killed Krillin because Krillin trying to stop 18. And of course, and then at the same time, in Home for Infamous Loser, you know what it is, the Underworld, Dr. Miyu and the returning Dr. Zero created, well, sort of not really created an android, but they enhanced this other android. It's another Android 18, but there's a lot of names. I forget in Japan, but other people call it Artificial 18. What is that? Because, again, reports said, again, I could be wrong, it's supposed to be Android, it's not 18, 17, excuse me. That this Android 17 was from Future Trunks timeline, that he got killed. They decided to enhance this guy. Some said he was built from the ground up in the Home of Infinite Losers. I don't know. But supposedly like an add-on to Android 17. That when they combine, they'll become Super 17. It's supposed to be the ultimate android that has the power of the android that absorbs the energy at the same time. Doesn't need to absorb like the 17 18. To some extent has some skill with Cell, but not the copy power, but has the attribute of Cell. I mean, yeah, again, you know, it's Kofabo. Then of course Goku managed to stop him, and basically with the help of Android 18. Again, 17. I mean, they brought 17 back, but the way they did this, like, it was like, all right, this is just, it's a lot of problems. I mean, if you want to know why GT is back, to some extent, just YouTube video about it. So the last one, basically, this is gonna be quick. is the Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball arc. What it is apparently in this timeline, in GT's timeline, wish too much with the Dragon Ball, they became cracked, they got damaged, and they became evil. And so all the Dragon Ball became evil, they're the evil dragons. And once again, Goku had to find them, along with Pan. Once again, Pan's back teaming up with Goku because Pan loves Goku, his grandpa Goku. Each one is an evil dragon, and then of course I'm just gonna cut this short. Towards the end, the ultimate guy came back. He's called Omega Shenron, which is Shenron's evil version, because the evil that sucked him to him. That's what happened. Kind of like evil Ryu or Orochi Vine can say that. And of course, this is when Vegeta finally also able to do Super Saiyan 4 with technology, thanks to Bulma. Did some, shortcuts, but then they able to do Super Saiyan 4. Plus, they're able to do Super Saiyan 4 Fusion, not in the ring, but the special Fusion dance, which is what Goten and Trunks do, Gotenks. Yes, if you don't know that, in Dragon Ball Z there were movies, and one of the movies was Fusion Reborn, which is an alternate fusion of Gogeta, which is Goku and Vegeta, rather than Vegeta, which is Vegeta and Goku. That's all in the movies, not in the manga, and it's basically based on the fusion dance. Again, I'll explain a lot of this, like a lot of tidbits. But of course, in the end, they have the power, but then super in the end is that Goku finally, I guess somehow, the wishes of a lot of people, he created the Spirit Bomb and stopped evil Omega Shenron. But then in the end, Shenron said, too many people keep using me, keep abusing my wishes, so there's no more Dragon Ball. Goku, I'm putting all the Dragon Ball inside you, take care of them, and there you go. So of course, Earth is now saved. They said, well, Goku, every time you're in Earth, I guess there's a problem with the Earth, because every time you're in there, people are trying to kill you, whatever. So they basically said, I'm going to take you to a place where you can always train and protect the Dragon Ball to some extent. Because there's actually, believe it or not only an epilogue, but it's a movie that's kind of sort of prior to the epilogue. So there's like a 10-minute epilogue after this, and it showed way in the future the Dragon Ball world. Pan now is a grandma, and she takes care of a kid named Goku Jr. Apparently Goku Jr. learned how to do Super Saiyan, but it's not really Goku. And then you see Goku and then Pan trying to see him, like he disappeared, because again Goku's not supposed to be there, but just there just to check. And that's the epilogue, and then, well, they said the story won't go on. Whatever. And then there's, like I said, there's also a movie called The Legacy of Goku Jr. Basically, just a movie prior to the epilogue, and he does get to meet his super great grandfather Goku, and then they explain about the Dragon Ball. The premise of that one is he's trying to look for the Dragon Ball because Pan was in the hospital and he was trying to find ways to heal her, but he doesn't know all the stories until Goku explained it to him, and then he disappeared, but then Pan was okay. There you go, yeah. So that's my thoughts about Dragon Ball GT. Yeah, again, it is the black sheep. It's not really that good. And a lot of people are like, oh man, so is this the end of Dragon Ball? Is this it? Is this gonna be it? And there's no more. Not so much, because in 2014 and 15, I guess Akira Toriyama already rejuvenated, said, okay, I'm ready. We need to save the legacy Dragon Ball franchise. I'm back. So they created a new series called Dragon Ball Super. Boy, all the bad things of Dragon Ball GT went off. People were happy, oh my god, finally Dragon Ball is back again. And I'll be explaining that on the next vlog. So that's my thought on Dragon Ball GT, the black sheep of Dragon Ball. Next up is Dragon Ball Super. So with that, thanks for listening.